Okay, so we're back working on the roof. So I had paused on the roof for a bit and focused more on the trailer and picking up some things I need for plumbing and septic and stuff like that. I felt as far as the roof goes, I didn't really have the right tool for the job. What ended up happening was like I was scratching the hell out of the roof while I was trying to push the ladder up, bring it down, and so forth. And the ladder's so tall that I don't really feel comfortable putting it straight up when I need to like take it down basically and push it up. So what ends up happening is I basically push it up and down while it's leaning against the roof. And sometimes the lungs of the ladder get jammed up on some of the fasteners, and then I have to like move it around, and it just wasn't really ideal. So I bought one of these. It's called a ladder stabilizer. It's basically a attachment that you put on the top of your ladder that gives you like a wider base or like a wider stance, I guess. And it also is meant to put the ladder away from the house so you don't have to lean it against the house. And there's some rubber feet that you put onto the house or the roof or however you're using it so it doesn't scratch things up. Another good thing about it is like you can see this guy's cleaning his window. Since your ladder is not leaning against the house, it enables you to clean the window easier without moving the ladder, and also paint easier. I think in my case it's a little bit different, but basically it's gonna give me more stability at the top because of the wider base, and also it's gonna push the ladder up away from the roof so that I'm gonna have an easier time hopefully bringing the ladder up and down. So we'll give that a try. It's gonna be a pain in the ass trying to get that ladder down. It's a heavy piece of equipment. Basically like trying to take it down leaning against the house like that. It seems like it should be easy, but it's not. I bought some basically copper or reddish primer. So we're just gonna spray some primer over the scratches after cleaning it with alcohol. Yeah, that's kind of the plan of attack. I'll do some more videos as I'm working on it. So near where I'm working on the roof, I actually have a lot of black locust trees. That's a black locust. That one is dead, but that's also black locust. There's one behind it. This one is black locust, black locust, black locust. There's two dead ones that have been dead for a while. There's another one here, and then two near the driveway entrance. I hear they're good for like posts, like fence posts. Not really there yet in terms of being able to take down trees for lumber, but I might take a few down this fall for firewood. But actually what I was trying to get at was I noticed near my stone fence here there were these big shrubs. I got them ID'd through a identification group, and they are actually black locust. So the leaves look like that, and it's very clear because it's very thorny, especially like once it grows into a big tree, like with the big trunks, they disappear. But on the smaller, thinner stuff, you see those really sharp thorns. So basically I've got this whole area between that black locust and these two black locusts where I thought it was just weeds, like shrubs. There's so many different kind of plant vegetation in there. I really wasn't sure like if there was anything there that was native, edible, pretty, whatever. But it's just right now a mess of, like, I can see like burdock, which is very invasive and very tough to get rid of. These yellow ones, they're also invasive. I forgot what they're called. I think there might be some raspberry in there too. I'm not sure. And there's some goldenrod, which is native, and that's edible. But since I've seen these black locusts come up, I actually weed whacked this whole part, so it was actually there was like nothing there about 2 months ago. These black locust trees, I just kind of noticed them a few days ago, and today I was like, let me get them ID'd. So I would say there's about 10 in there right now. If I keep all 10 there, they're not gonna all survive because they compete for nutrients. So I'm gonna have to kind of decide which ones I'm gonna keep. Probably that big one. Although it is kind of, I was gonna say it's kind of near the fence, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much. Like even if it's further away, the roots are gonna go under probably anyway, eventually. And then, I don't know, I'm thinking these bigger ones, they're gonna have to come down at some point. This one isn't looking too hot. As the new ones are coming up, I'm not like an arborist, but you basically want to have like a ratio where they don't have to fight each other to try to stay alive. One final thing is that this one right here is leaning towards the house, which is not ideal. I mean, fortunately, it looks pretty healthy. So, I mean, I think I've got some amount of years before I need to address that, but there's already a crowd of like trees there, so I'm gonna have to like figure that one out at some point. Okay, so I got the stabilizer installed, and you can see it sitting on top of the roof. I also have that piece of blue foam protector there because when I have the ladder standing more straight up against the edge of the roof, the lungs get caught on the grooves. So the foam makes it smoother and less likely to get caught on those little grooves. Yep, so I'll just finish pushing this up, then we're gonna do some spot painting and then continue to work on the loose fasteners. Okay, so one thing I'm really not liking about the stabilizer is how much the ladder flexes as I climb it. Extension ladders are really not meant to be used like this. Basically, you're usually climbing straight up, not at like a 45-degree angle. It's putting a lot of stress on the ladder itself, causing the flex. I'm actually not liking it too much, so I bought these rubber feet that go over the top of the ladder at the edge. That's supposed to protect the wall, but I returned it because I thought the stabilizer would be better, but it seems like it's not. So I think I'm gonna go buy those rubber feet again. I'll do a little painting while the ladder's set up right there, but when I go to move it, I'm gonna try the feet. One other thing I should mention is I bought some rope. It's 1/2 inch, it's super thick. It's not like black diamond, you know, like climbing gear or anything like that, but so I kind of got something that's overkill in terms of thickness. I'm gonna harness myself in. Probably set up the rope today since I have the ladder up there, but so what I'm gonna do is I'll throw the rope over the roof. So this is the other side of where I'm working. And then I'll tie it to my truck. And then I have a harness from when I used to go to the rock gym. So I'll just use that, and that will give me more peace of mind and less people hassling me about I'm gonna die and stuff like that. I really don't feel unsafe climbing this roof. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I feel safer climbing up that roof than vacuuming my house. Let's put it that way. All right, so I got a rope over the roof. I tied this wheel chock to the rope, climbed up the ladder and threw it over, and I'm sure if I took a video of that, I would have got more comments. That part was kind of sketchy, but we got it done. And from now on, there should be close to 0% chance of death.